Hey guys, and welcome. Hey, Rad's Rad Stay at Home Dads. This is Kevin, your real adventure dad here. Welcome to another Rad session. We're gonna be talking about basic nutrition and how that affects your kid's behavior and how to help it. Just a real quick one, and by no means I'm the expert, but I've definitely had the experience and I've seen it, and um, we'll just see what we can do with it. Um, as parents, we all want our kids to be happy and healthy. Um, that should be given. And one way that can definitely help that is what we feed them. It plays a big role in how our kids are developing, how our kids are feeling, and how they're happy, and just you know what they eat goes a long way is important. So why is nutrition important for our kids? Basically, in a nutshell, children's bodies are growing and developing rapidly, and they need all the necessary nutrients to support that growth. Additionally, the foods that the kids eat can impact their mood, behavior, and cognitive function. First off, and at a very higher level, some of the key vitamins and minerals that kids need in a well balanced diet are calcium, iron, vitamin D, omega 3 fatty acids. First off, calcium is important for building strong bones. We all know that. Drink milk. Um, we've been told that since we were young. So, calcium for building strong bones. Iron is needed to prevent anemia. Vitamin D is essential for bone health and immune system functions, and omega 3 fatty acids are important for brain development and cognitive function. Um, and research has shown that the foods our kids eat can also affect their behavior in a number of different ways. First off, should be the most obvious, sugar. Too much sugar can cause hyperactivity and mood swings in some children. We all know that. We've seen it. Give them a candy bar, and they get that sugar rush and they're going. So, sugar definitely can cause hyperactivity and cause those mood swings. Processed foods and additives can cause behavioral problems and impair cognitive function. Deficiencies in certain vitamins, the ones we already talked about earlier, and minerals, can lead to emotional and behavioral issues. This is a big one. A diet high in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can improve mood and behavior. Um, for all we always heard, I always heard growing up, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But yeah, just fruits and vegetables improve mood and behavior. One thing that a lot of us are guilty of is eating breakfast. Eating breakfast can improve cognitive function and behavior in school-aged children. So especially going up to school, get that breakfast before they go to school. Don't let them skip that breakfast. Um, so with that, a few tips, and again, by no means am I the expert. I've done some research. I've looked into it. I've experienced with my kids. Um, so here are just some real quick, high-level tips for nutrition for your kids. So some things to keep in mind when you're planning your meals are number one, include a variety of fruits and vegetables to provide essential vitamins and minerals. Fruits and vegetables, fruits are sweet. They are high in sugar, but it's a good sugar. Um, and my kids will, if I let them, that's all they will eat. We apples, strawberries, oranges, and blueberries. That's all. That would be their main meal if they can eat it. But by all means, give them a wide variety of fruits and vegetables. Number two, choose whole grains over refined grains to provide more fiber and nutrients. So some examples of refined grains are um, white flour, corn grits, white bread, and white rice. So yeah, I know all the kids love their peanut butter jelly on white. Give them the whole wheat. I personally use honey wheat on all my kids' sandwiches, and they've never been exposed to white bread, so they don't even know the difference. So again, use whole grains over refined grains. Um, Protein. Protein is a big one for developing muscle, for just overall growth. So incorporate lean protein sources like chicken, fish, and legumes. Um, so next one, limit your sugar and processed foods. Processed foods can cause hyperactivity and mood swings in some children. So a good hint on that is stay away from the center aisle of the grocery store. I didn't realize this, but it makes sense that all the most nutritious items at the grocery store are on the outside of the borders. You got the produce on one side, you got the meat on one side, and you got the dairy on the other side. So, and then as you work your way into the center of the store, the food becomes more and more processed. So, good tip when you're out there shopping is, my shopping is buy as much food as you can from the outskirts of the store and as little food as possible from inside the store or the center of it. I touched on it before, very, very important. Don't skip breakfast. Starting the day with a healthy meal can improve cognitive function and behavior in school-age children. So, I have a first grader and a pre-K, and if they skip that breakfast, they're dragging to school. So the breakfast is very important. A good, healthy breakfast is a great way to start the day. And here's one that is kind of almost seems cruel, but have your kids drink lots of water instead of sugary drinks. I mean, my kids get very little juice, which juice is a treat to them, so they know, hey, if they get an apple juice box, it's because something special is going on. Sorry, I'm having to close some things. But yeah, so my kids love water. They know at dinner they get water. They know when they're thirsty they get water. And yeah, milk is great because the calcium involved, and juices are good to a point. But juices there are a lot of sugar in them. But definitely stay away from the carbonated drinks, the sports drinks, anything with a lot of sugar in it. Yes, it tastes good, but that really doesn't do much for your kids. So have them drink lots of water. One thing that's interesting that I do with my kids, and I try to do more and more of, is have them partake in meal planning and preparation to help. This helps promote eating habits. If they're seeing it, they're more likely to like it and more likely to eat it. Because I know, God, I mean, just healthy stuff, and not eat the macaroni and cheese. I'm sorry, macaroni and cheese is awesome. I love feeding my kids, but it's not and every kid loves mac and cheese usually. But have them partake and help you plan the meals out. Help them, have them go to the grocery store with you and have them pick the food out and give them a range of food to pick out, and then also have them prepare it. They're more likely to enjoy eating it if they've prepared it. Offer healthy snacks throughout the day: fresh fruit, vegetables, nuts instead of sugary snacks. My kids love the fruit roll up and the little fruit gummy, the fruit snack gummies. It's just pure sugar. So, yeah, fruit, vegetables, and nuts instead of sugary snacks. We're going to jump back to vitamins and minerals. Make sure your kids are getting enough vitamins and minerals. Calcium, iron, vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, through your diet or supplements. Now, beware, a lot of the vitamins have more sugar than nutrients. So be aware what you buy. I always remember the Flintstones vitamins. Do your research before you start your supplement. See exactly what's in the vitamins you're giving them. And Jeremy, healthy snacks that can be made quickly. I said earlier, it's like fruit. I always keep. Yes, fresh fruit is not always in season, but I always have strawberries, blueberries, apples, and oranges in my house. So that's their snack. That's probably the biggest one. Is that, and actually, believe it or not, pretzels aren't too bad. They are processed, but I will give them pretzels. Even goldfish, those little Pepperidge Farm goldfish aren't too bad, but the main thing is fruits and nuts and or even celery sticks. Believe it or not, my kids actually love raw broccoli, which is really crazy. They call them little trees, but they eat raw broccoli. So those are the healthy snacks that can be made quickly. Basically, just a matter of cutting the apple up or giving them a couple of strawberries. And also, water is actually, believe it or not, a great snack. The more water you're drinking, you're consuming, the less side hungers you'll have. So a lot of times when you're eating and you want a snack, it's mainly because you're bored, and or dehydrated. So make sure your kids are drinking a lot of water. That will help in lowering their desire for snacks. So yeah, back again to get enough vitamins and minerals. Do your research on it. Read the labels and know what you're buying and what your kids are getting, and know, if you can, you need to find out what your kid's deficient in. That could be going to the doctor. just knowing what diet they're having. So you really want to do your research on vitamins and minerals. Most importantly of all, for eating good snack eating is be a good role model. If your kids see you eating healthy, they're more likely to do the same. If they see you drinking tons of soda, um, they're going to want to try it. They're going to wonder why you're going to drink it. If they see you eating a ton of potato chips, that's the snack they're going to want. And it's difficult because I know. Um, Jeremy, I'll answer your question in a second. Um, so yeah, like be the role model. The kids are going to model what you see doing, and God, I love my chips. I love my Sally enough my frozen taquitos, but I also try to model as much as I can eating an apple as a snack for them. Yes, how much do I spend on food at Costco? So I have a family of four. I do buy in bulk at Sam's whenever I can. I buy things like peanut butter, cereal, as much as I can. I typically spend about $200 a week on groceries, and that can be, to me that actually seems like a lot. But I do everything I can. I don't buy brand names. I buy wherever I can. I buy the local grocery store brand. It's 99% of the times the same food, same exact ingredients, and you can't tell the difference in it. Some food, like my wife won't let me buy generic peanut butter. I have to buy a brand name peanut butter, and so yes, food, and fresh foods is more expensive, but in the long run, it is well worth it for you to spend the extra money. But I spend, like I said, typically about $200 a week, and basically I have it set up where I actually budget myself for the month versus by the week, and then I go in the beginning of the month. I go and I buy some bulk. I buy bulk at Sam's, and then reduce my monthly budget by that much, by how much I spend, and then each week I'll go on and buy the fresh food throughout the week with my leftover budget. And like I said before, guys, I'm not the expert by any means, but some other experts that you can look at and you can go visit their website or you can read about that are experts in pediatric nutrition are one, Dr. David Katz. He's a pediatrician and founder of the True Health Initiative. Ellen Satter is a registered dietitian and family therapist who specializes in feeding dynamics. And I'll drop all these names here in just a second. Dr. Susan Albers, she is a clinical psychologist and author of "But I Deserve This Chocolate." We all deserve a little chocolate. I know we do. And by all means, I definitely like my sugar, so I have to work on myself to limit it. Excuse me. Also, Dr. Mark Hyman, functional medicine expert and author of the Ultramind Solution. And finally, Jill Castle, a registered dietitian, author of Eat Like a Champion. So those are just some people that I've found that have the best, that really know what they're talking about, and you can really learn a lot from reading them, and they each have websites, they each do blogs, so definitely look in if you want more definitive answers and a better game plan, talk to them. I'm sorry, don't talk to them, but research them. So one thing I didn't want to talk about, I'll give you guys, and of course the hardest part is finding good healthy foods that I like and I want to eat, and also my kids like. Real quick, let me pull up some a good example of a meal plan that I've been looking at. So a typical 7-day meal plan for a family of four is whole grain waffles for breakfast. Day one, whole grain waffles, topped with fresh fruit and a little bit of Greek yogurt. Yeah, so getting your kids to go from the Lego My Eggo waffles to the whole grain waffle may be difficult, but it's better. Greek yogurt, it takes the place of the syrup. Lunch, turkey and cheddar cheese sandwiches, on whole grain bread with baby carrots and cherry tomatoes on the side. A piece of fresh fruit also. Dinner could just be a grilled chicken breast with roasted sweet potato and broccoli and a side salad with mixed greens, cherry tomatoes, blah blah blah. So again, that's a basic day. Getting your kids to eat that is not the easiest thing in the world to do. So you kind of have to build into it. One thing that we try to do at our this is at dinner time. I make dinner, and then I always give my kids at least a good portion of whatever we are eating, and then plus some fruit and whatever else, and they don't have to eat it, they don't like it, but they always want to try it. So whatever I'm eating, they have to try, and build up the repetition. If you give them the food enough times, they're eventually going to try it. They're eventually going to like it. They're eventually going to eat it more. One thing that my wife always tells me, and it kills me to hear it, but the kids aren't going to starve. They're not. They may try to starve themselves, but eventually they're going to eat. So don't give in to them, and keep giving them the healthy food, and it will, eventually they're going to eat it. Like I said, they're not going to starve themselves. They may threaten to do so. They may go to bed hungry one night. But then then you just give them a good breakfast in the morning time. So, yeah, definitely having the best intentions are great, but you got to follow through on them, and you can't like let them skip the dinner one night and then give them Captain Crunch in the morning. If they're so, you always got to push your kids, start them early, start them young. They like what they know. So the longer you go with giving them the sugary foods, the harder it is to break them of that habit. But just keep in mind that what they eat, they are what they eat. 'Cause, and all those cliches, sooner or later that a good, healthy, balanced meal not only helps them grow better, healthier, gives them more energy, and it can affect their mood. Again, for all the reasons I talked about before, is give them that nice healthy food, and you'll see the as they're eating a better balanced diet, and they're getting the more they're eating more efficiently, and they're eating the better calories, their mood swings are going to go down, their tantrums are going to go down. For one thing, they're just going to be happier, and most importantly, they're going to do better in school because they're going to be happy. They're going to be they're not going to be going through the mood swings of a sugar rush. So basically, in conclusion, guys, nutrition plays a crucial role in your child's behavior and overall health. By providing a balanced diet with necessary nutrients, you can help support the growth and development. Remember to offer a variety of fruits and vegetables, choose whole grains, limit sugar and processed foods, and be a good role model. Guys, don't forget, if you have not done so, subscribe to my Real Adventure Dad YouTube channel, where I'm posting all these videos on YouTube also, and I'm going to start continuing to do more and more RAD sessions. So if you want, check out my YouTube channel, Real Adventure Dad. And also you can check out realadventuredad.com for some of these articles that basically blog everything I talked about today. I'm going to put on my website tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Have a good night. I will see you guys next time.